Hey, Speaking Ghost fam, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new, my name is Ghosty. My pronouns are they, them, and in today's video, we are going to have a little chit-chat time speaking about how I grew up spiritually gifted. Whether you call that God, whether you call that the universe, it doesn't really matter in my book, but I'm going to be talking about some of my gifts, like clairvoyance, psychic abilities, and some other things that I feel comfortable sharing. Maybe this will be a series about weird experiences. I don't know yet, but I'm really excited to be filming this video. So without further ado, shall we get into it? When I was younger, a little girl, non-binary now, when I was younger, I would have these what I would call nightmares that I'm now understanding were visions. I could always predict when something bad was about to happen or a family member dying. The first time this happened to me and it literally shook me to my core was with my grandma, Mary Krause. It was Halloween, my favorite day of the year. I had woken up early and something just didn't seem right at all. My dad gets this phone call and I automatically know Grandma Mary's dead. He didn't even have to tell me or anything. He came and told me the news and I was just like, I know. I already know. And she is one of the ghost that constantly makes herself known. She is constantly looking out for me, and every time I watch cartoons I watched as a child near her house, I can turn my back and see her sitting on the couch behind me or wherever I might be. So sometimes these gifts are a little bit spooky, but they're also beautiful in their own way. Another ghost that I can see come to me through signs, they never come directly to me, is my stepmom, Jennifer. I didn't get as much time with her as my sister, and that really hurt me. The day she died, I had a nightmare that night that it felt like I had astral projected to where she was, and I was there having a conversation with her, and I said, I know we didn't get much time together, but you were somehow a mom in some sorts. You weren't my biological mom, but you did the best you could do with me and Andy. And as I told her that, I got to watch the light fade from her eyes, which was very scary, and I wasn't over it for a really long time. I actually ended up in a mental ward because it shook me to my core so badly. I used to think that I made these people die around me. I used to think that I literally sucked the life out of people. But no, it was literally me having visions. So how do my visions show up in my day-to-day life? I like to call it a movie reel. My memory has always been, I'm able to remember so many things, even the hard things, and even with dissociating a lot because of my mental health, I can look back on my life through a movie reel. Sometimes actual movies that exist trigger this, and sometimes I literally feel like I have a TV in my head that's able to show me my life through the lens of me. One thing that made me realize that these were visions was I was never wrong. I was never wrong on what was about to happen. I predicted the whole leaving my father and leaving all that and the things that happened afterwards. It did freak me out a little bit because my ex popped up in those visions a lot, but I didn't understand why, and now I'm understanding it, and I'm like, boy, I'm on for a ride. I'm going on a ride. Because it's going to be this really like all over the place roller coaster, but this was the first step in aligning with my higher self, is to learn who I am outside of a relationship, and I keep getting signs everywhere that I am on the right path. Numbers, music, when I have my radio on shuffle, it plays all these breakup songs that make me feel like a powerful bitch. And yeah, it's been kind of crazy to learn that I have these gifts. Another gift I have is seeing auras and energy. I had this crazy experience, I think it was back, trying to remember, in March. Yes, it was back in March. We were at this kind of boardwalk situation because I was living at the beach, and I got into this moment where I realized my feet were not stepping on the ground. My feet were stepping on energy. And I started to hear everybody else's thoughts around me, and it really scared me. And I came back in my little hermit hole. I love to be at home, my little hermit hole, and I didn't go out for a real long time after that because I saw everybody's auras, and it was freaky because my ex's and mine aura were, we were connected, but by a very teensy tiny string. And I'd be like, this is about to break. Is it going to break? It looked like it was about to unravel, and that scared me because I've never given myself the chance to be alone, to be single, to have my own space and learn who I am and heal from everything that I've been through. Then the visions continued onward to that point. I think this was I can't remember, but we were on the bus and there was this shaman lady, like she was dressed in very shaman attire, and I started to think, am I the only one that is seeing this? Because I start to hear my YouTube name, and I'm like, what the heck? This shaman lady is speaking my YouTube name. What? She was going, I can reenact it so well because I will never forget this. She was doing these hand motions like this, like pulling out energy, and she's going, my hello ghosty, my hello ghosty, my hello ghosty. This star is no longer a guide. It's an abuser. And then she did her hands like this. But then before I was about to get off the bus, they came up to me and they said, they put their hands on my head like this. They said, you are beautiful child, beautiful star seed. And then, boom, just walked off the bus. And I'm like, I've always in my life thought I made people do things because I have people sing random music around me, and it will go with what I'm thinking. The radio constantly glitches. I've been able to glitch with lights my whole life if I'm having a really bad breakdown. This actually happened the night where the hurricane was super bad in South Carolina. I literally made my lights go off and on. And I was screaming and crying and like really not doing well. And the lights going on and off did not help that scaredy cat that's deep down inside me. I'm actually so proud of myself for realizing that these are spiritual gifts. They're not a curse. They've been guiding you your whole life. And yeah, I think I'm going to make this a series where I'm going to tell y'all my visions and things that happen, because this was so just therapeutic to be like, okay, these are the things that I see. This is why I think I'm crazy, but I don't think I'm crazy anymore. I just think I am a witch. Speaking of witches, somebody got on my TikTok live today and they're like, witches aren't real. And I'm like, did you know that Christianity took a lot from the paganism? Blah, 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 blah. Yeah. But anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed this chill chat video. It felt really like relieving to talk about these visions I've been having for this whole year and my whole life. So till next time, stay spooky.